We're here at the Ragan Communications and eBay Social Media Revolution Conference, and I'm talking to Jim Ylisela.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Very much so, from Ragan Communications. Good to be with you.
Hi, Christine.
So tell us a little bit about the old and new trends, moving from, standard PR practices and moving to this, what is a social media revolution?
Well, public relations has been so kind of stuck in the way we've always done it. There's always been this sort of, well, we send out a press release, we'll give the media some information, we'll put a brochure together. What social media does is it opens up so many possibilities. It actually allows you to use media to practice media relations.
And writing is so critical for PR practitioners, and everyone fine-tunes and writes with precision. How does writing differ when you're talking about the social media world? What changes?
Well, I think part of it is a recognition that we live in an attention deficit world. Nobody pays attention to anything, so the writing has to reflect that. And in social media, things are moving a little faster. The writing is conversational. We're not so stuck in saying, here's our name of our company and everything that's great about us, the old formula style. You break out of that and you say, here's a story that I want to show you. Watch the video. Here's a blog, a conversational approach where people are commenting on a subject. Here are ways for people to get snippets of information quickly and clearly.
And so how do pitches differ? How are pitches different? And people aren't going to give their stock symbol and things like that, but what are other things that are different when you're pitching blogs and social media outlets to get your story on there?
Well, I think the main thing is that you have to know your audience. So you have to know who those media people are, know that reporter, and know what's going to motivate that person to tell a good story, to tell your story. And that means using all the tools. So maybe it's a little bit of information that brings you back, that person back to your website, where they can watch a video, go to links of other information, download some information, participate in a conversation, see the expertise that you have to offer in your organization. I mean, all of those things amount to sort of the social aspect of media relations. And what you're really doing is you're providing a service for that audience member. We're saying, I know you're busy, I know you're distracted, here's information from you that's very easily accessible and that you can plop right into whatever piece you're doing.
And as PR practitioners and communicators get more savvy in using social media and create their own sites, and how are journalists reacting? Are journalists open to PR practitioners really engaging this media?
I think journalists are open to anybody who helps them. And I think that if you can give a journalist a lot of help, that journalist will remember that. And then when you need help, there's a real quid pro quo that goes on there. So, and journalists are being forced to do this too. I mean being forced. Some of them are being dragged, kicking and screaming into the social media world because, newspapers are hurting and they're saying, okay, write the story, but we also want you to shoot a little video and we want you to blog about your experience, and you got to do all these things. So they're becoming very engaged in the social media world, and so they're used to the pitches coming that way too.
And tell us what's exciting about Ragan Communications being here at eBay for the social media revolution. Tell us about that synergy.
Well, what's great about these kinds of conferences is you get to go inside a company. This company is doing some great communications internally and externally, and it's sort of like pulling back the curtain and saying, come to this conference and we'll do our usual stuff, which is terrific. And in addition, you'll get a little peek, behind the wall and see what this company is doing. You'll hear from the executives. You'll hear from the communication team. I mean, we went live on the eBay intranet. You wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. So these kinds of collaborations really add something to the whole conference experience.
Awesome. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome.